Good morning, day or night, wherever you're coming from. I am Nikki with Live, Laugh, Love Tarot World. Today is September 22nd, and I welcome you here. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Again, we're going to get started, but I wanted to share with you the pre-shuffle that I had and downloads that I were getting today is absolutely new beginnings. I got the Death card that came out and the Ace of Cups. So a new beginning in love, a new beginning in a business, something that you're transforming from the heart chakra, excuse me. We're going to get started though, but I want to tell you, thank you again for all of my new subscribers. Your help has helped me grow and expand, and I'm doing this for the collective, and I'm very happy to say I am growing, so appreciate that. Here it is again, my previous channeling. We got new beginnings. We're coming out of Virgo soon into Libra, which is fairness, which is justice. We're going to see a lot of that, a lot of crazy happenings coming in the next 3 months, but we're going to focus on here in the next couple days. I was guided to do a reading for those that need to hear it. Because I have new subscribers, I want them to get the messages that we've been getting. Here it is. Your current energy, I haven't even said anything, but financial and material changes. Thank you, bingo. Absolutely. You're getting new financial support, material changes. You're about to see it if you haven't already. It's here. We're here in the present. But we do have somebody in the shadows that is envious of this new financial change. Probably that's what it's about. We're going to get more on that though in a minute. We're doing present. Can I get a clarifier of this financial and material changes for my collective? I've already blessed this place and asked all the archangels to protect and guide me. I tried to start this video and the cats, by the way, I've got cats, so they like to run around and cause a muck. So I had pulled out the devil, the death card, and that indicates change. Don't be afraid of the death card. That's not a physical death. Now, my heart goes out to you if that's what it was, but mostly it's a transformation, which is what we've been talking about for the last 3 reads. We have new beginnings. You're coming out of the old you, and now the message that I heard most strongly this morning was no more hiding your light. There's no more hiding. It's authentic time, and you are shining bright, and your cloak has come off. I heard cloak has come off. So what is the financial and material changes about? Can I get another card? So yes, that's good news. Good news. We like change. Change is inevitable. Sometimes your ancestors and spirit angel guides, and only the love and light will bring you to the place for exact recognition and reward. Yes, we got red here. That's fire. That's energy. Recognition and reward. You're about to be rewarded and recognized for your 5 and 3 is 8 for your divine assignment. Thank you, Spirit. That's your current energy. You're about to see people start to, this kind of came out in yesterday's reading as well, about people coming around you now that want to celebrate you, want to promote you, want to get involved with your success and be around you because you are a successful person. And what you don't see about this at the bottom of the deck, triumphant success, Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Love you, Spirit. That's the truth right here. What you don't see coming is just going to another 8, power. Thank you. Another red card, power, Leo energy, Aries energy, but red again. It says you are stepping into your power, and that is the truth. It's fantastic. All your chakras are in alignment. All your yin and yang, you're balanced. You are working on the shadows. What I got in the shadow deck when I pre-shuffled was envy. There's people around you that are envious. That's a them problem, not you. You're not somebody who gets that very often. You don't like, I got an 8 and 1 is 9. You're just on the precipice of this powerful change. It is something that you can tangibly feel. I'm I'm talking to somebody who's thought about this for a very long time. I've got somebody here that is in, see how the line and the face is in perfect balance. You are able to pull that lioness out when you need to roar, and you're able to be calm, cool, and collected when you have to, and you're focused, which 8 is a complete elliptical circle, and it's infinite. So you're able to go back and forth quite easily when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to your knowledge and how you present yourself to the world. And that is fantastic. That is excellent. Okay. So that is currently, let's get a little bit more on, I'm going to pull, do I keep going? No, we'll clarify the present, clarify the present, and then I'll go back to the past when it comes to this deck. But let's go with the light seers. The present energy, can I get some clarifiers with this? Yeah, bingo. Okay, that's all. I'll see you tomorrow. The Empress, that's right. You are in your Empress energy. Male or female, doesn't matter. He can be a she could be a he. I don't do all those pronouns because we're, you know who you are. Empress. You're somebody who brings the earth down to earth. You could be an earth sign. It could be a Capricorn, it could be a Taurus, it could be a Virgo. But you could embody also those energies. I like to throw signs out because people like them, but I'm telling you this. We all embody every single sign of the zodiac. Now, your sun sign, your moon, your rising, all that matters, including all your astrological signs. So it's important to know it's like having one ingredient in a cake. We know that flour's in a cake, but there's also other ingredients that make the cake. So here we go. That's the center. You are down, you are ready, you are looking good, smelling good, presenting like your true authentic self, and that scares some certain people. Certainly it scares somebody. We're going to get to that in a little bit with the challenges and blockages. But right now, your present energy is somebody, we got 1, 3, 5, 8, making progress toward their goals. You're in your north node is what I'm hearing. If you don't know what a north node is, that's what you came to the planet to do, which is your divine mission and your divine action. What you don't, I'm being guided to look at the bottom of the deck. Now, I have no idea how these cards are going to roll out, and guess what? I couldn't possibly pull them out in the way that I want them, because Spirit does that. I let them do the work. I just channel the message. The bottom of the deck, here we go. Ace of Wands, bingo, another Wands. I'm only reading them in the upright today because I don't have time. And the King of Pentacles on the behind that. So yes, you're about to take a financial leap. I'm hearing a big leap of where you've been. It's almost like going from rags to riches is what I heard. Rags to riches. Now that you're poor, I'm just saying your financial status is going to feel like you've had nothing yesterday, and all of a sudden you're going to open your bank account and money's rolling in. So that's good. We all like another fire energy. And it start 1-1. 11 could be a number for you. And 11 is a divine number. Your life path number could be 11. Could be 22. Could be 33. I'm getting 8 is a great number as well. It's divine. I'm also into numerology as well as astrology, and I try to blend all that with my psychic intuitiveness into this reading. So I will pull from all aspects to get an intuitive message. If you want to learn more about me, you can check the bio in my description. All right. Yeehaw. Let's see. What else does the Spirit want to say about where my collective is presently headed? Let's go to the future energy. Let's pull the future. I don't care about the past. We'll go back to that, but all right, we'll go to the past. The Spirit says, don't ignore the past. All right, let's go to the past. Let's do the past. What is the past energy that you came from before now? What is the past energy that my collective has resolved? What's the past energy that my collective has let go of? That's more important, what you're letting go of. Again, karmic release was big for this moon eclipse, or solar eclipse we had yesterday, excuse me. Karmic releases was big for yesterday's reading. If you haven't seen that, please look it up. You can't, it was an excellent reading, I felt. I thought it was very clear about what's going on with you, but in case you didn't see it, you can go and check it out. So in the past, we had obstacles and challenges. Bing! You had obstacles and challenges, haven't we all? You were trying to move forward, but something was kind of like I heard one step forward, one step back, one step forward, 2 steps back. This is kind of how you've been dealing with things. That's Spirit saying that we kept you from being there yet because it wasn't the right time. And I know that's frustrating. Believe you me, I know it's very frustrating when you got 2 5s. Again, 5s are challenges. But we want, and I have to say, because we have a 5 of material and financial changes is coming, and it's obstacles and challenges is what you were having at 10, and it's over. So you were having financial changes, and that is over. That goes back to the rags to riches that I just said. So yes, you are finally taking the step toward your financial goals, and that is part of your divine assignment. I'm hearing you can't do what you're going to do without money. You can't do what you're doing without the abundance that Spirit is about to bring you, because you are on a divine assignment, and no divine being is going to be poor, or at least without money. Let's put it that way. You can be poor in your mind, but I'm talking money, financial abundance. That's great. So that was part of your past. I'm going to tick that. Yeah, emotional loss. You've had a lot of losses. So that another 5, 5, 5, 5. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. And that's in the past, because 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 16, and 1 and 6, or 15, and 1 and 5 is 6, which is past. So correct. You've finally let things go. You've dealt with the emotional losses, and now you're about to have a financial reward, and you are the Empress, and that is the truth. So there we are. We've recapped. Everything we've done so far is in the past. You've had blockages and challenges. You've learned from them. Spirit has cloaked you up until this point, because now is the time for you to be seen as the beautiful Empress that you are, because you are. Nobody asks around with an Empress. She embodies all the queens of the deck. She is balanced. She is about the earth. She is grounded. She is real. Thank you, Spirit. Real, real, real. And you're triumphant, and everything that you're going to do now, everything is like the Midas touch, I'm hearing. Everything that you're going to do is going to come out, and their power is going to be seen by everyone. And that is where it is meant to be right now. And I'm seeing a definite transition. Perfect. All right, so now that we did the past, let's get a little clarifier on the past just to make sure that we have every information that we need to know to move on from the past. The lessons that you're... Bingo. You were always meant to be the Emperor and the Empress. So you're divine. I got the Ace of Cups in my head just now because it kept coming out in the pre-shuffle. You got major arcanas that are counterparts to each other. The Empress never tries to take over the Emperor doesn't try to be the Empress. You are a balanced embodiment of all that is good and all that is strong, powerful, and intuitive. The Empress has intuition. She also listens to their higher source and her higher self. Thank you, Spirit. 2 aces. You are, I couldn't even pick these 2 if I asked. Like I said, Spirit gives the messages that are needed. You always felt like because we were talking about the past energy, you've always felt like you were this person, but no, you didn't really believe it deep down. You knew it, you wanted to be, and you were, but you couldn't couldn't express yourself in that capacity because nobody else was treating you in such a way. So they cloaked that piece, because if you had come out in this energy, which you had at times and people saw it, there are others out there that saw right through it and knew you were this person and tried to keep you down. And we're going to get to that Jezebel in a moment. But this is the energy that goes with her, because you are a divine match. So it could be you're about to meet your divine counterpart, and we'll get more on that. Let's get some why the Emperor in the past. Can I get one more to clarify that? Is that current or past? Past, current. Yeah, Page of Wands. Boom. Beautiful. In the past, you were a Page of Wands energy, which has got a lot of energy. You had a lot of ideas. You had a lot of messages for people. You tried to embody the energies of the Emperor, and you did always. But Spirit is saying that it wasn't always taken well because people didn't want you to shine. And that is the blockages and challenges. Thank you. He's like, look back down. People tried to block this Emperor energy in the past, and you were like, I get this, like, yeah, man, look at me, woohoo. And people were just mad that you embody this energy. The Emperor has a lot of energy. And what I'm getting to you is that even when you were young and now that you're older, you still have this kind of energy, but you learn how to temper it down and you know how to put it out there to the people that deserve to be in that energy and know when to use it, because you know people will try to siphon it off of you. Thank you, Spirit. They will try to take this from you. You're somebody that just possibly in the past would throw stuff up there and wait to see what landed, but you knew that something would land. And that constant reinventing of yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you might have been somebody that constantly had ideas, and maybe if something didn't work out, you didn't let it get you down. But after a while, you did kind of get tired about, why do I keep getting these obstacles put in front of me when I put in all the work? And you did. And Spirit says we recognize that, but remember, all your obstacles and challenges made who you are today. You had to learn them, and it took about 20 years or so. I'm talking to somebody who's taken a couple decades to get to where they are now. 20 months, 20 years, or the 20th of a year, or you're 20 now and you're starting to see things for who they really and what they really are, and you're embodying this energy now. So that's what we had in the past. You've had a lot of time in the past where you weren't recognized. This is current energy. We pulled this with the current energy. But in the past, you were recognized maybe in a way that was never felt like people truly were happy for you. And you were just like, why is it that every time I'll give you an example. If you and a friend would graduate from college and you both had the same degree, your friend would get all the, oh, wow, that's fantastic. And you would get, well, that's great. Maybe you should go back and do another degree. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like you could do the same work for the same thing at the same time with somebody else. They either get paid more or they get more recognition, and you'd be like, what the F is just going on here? What is it about me? I don't offend anyone. What is it? Because deep down, they saw this in you, and they saw the Emperor too. They saw that you had these qualities, and they wanted to knock you down a peg because, God forbid, you recognized it in yourself. Because maybe there came a point where you didn't recognize that about yourself. Okay, they wanted you to stay a page, is what I heard. They didn't want you to elevate to the Emperor, because if you knew who you really were and you elevated, that means that they would have to do the same. They would have to perform at the caliber of you. It's easier to recognize somebody that didn't have those qualities because they knew deep down they wouldn't make it, but you would. So whoever this person is, we're going to find out in a minute. But let's get into the future energy first before we find out what the hell your blockages and challenges are. All right, so future energy, this is great. Collective, I'm talking to somebody who is smart. I'm talking to somebody who has drive. I'm talking to somebody who doesn't let anything stop them. And I'm talking to somebody who's got divine essence, spirit, as well as the soul. Because there are people walking around that are kind of soulless. Everybody's got a soul, but not everybody has spirit. Think about that. All right. Future energies. I'm getting all, it's crazy. All right. Future energy I'm talking about here is in about, a week or two. So again, free wills can change, energy can change, things can change. But as it stands right now, don't let tarot rule your life. This is just a guide. This is just to help you make decisions in the moment. It just tells you what's around you in the energy and what could possibly be. Nothing changes in the energy in the next couple weeks. This is what the future energy would look like. That's what's put that way. I don't like to go too far. I'm not a reader that's going to do 3 months ahead. I don't like to do those things because a lot can change in 3 months. What are you going to do? All right. Right now is what you have. Foundation and achievement. Bingo. And that deserves a... I'm sorry if you're sensitive to sound, but when I get the good news, it's a stability. 4, I got this yesterday. Future is stability. Look at that rainbow. Look at it. It's gorgeous. That's your future energy. Foundation, achievements, a family, a job, a career, life, a house. I'm getting strongly. Rainbow over your house is protected. Your house is protected. I'm talking to somebody who worked really hard. Maybe you just bought a home and you're worried that you won't be able to cover all the costs because things are going up. Spirit says, don't worry about money. Your recognition and your reward and your material is going to go through the roof. You'll be able to buy 2 homes, I'm hearing. You don't worry about it. Spirit has got your stability because, like I said before, Spirit is doubling down on this. I heard, look, awareness. You are completely in the zone. This is the I think this is the Magician. This is a new deck. This is a Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I just want to make sure that it's number 1. I think it's not the Fool. I think this is the Magician. I was correct. This is the Magician. You are manifesting everything that you don't see. This is that you already asked for all this stuff. Magician. That's what I thought. What you don't see is more another. Here's the Ace of Cups. You're also deep down. I'm talking to somebody who deep down, I'm talking to somebody who deep down wants love, the real deal, like a fairy tale love. You don't want some Joe Schmo that's going to siphon off of you like they've done in the past. You want the only type of love you want is the real deal is what I'm hearing, and I resonate with that. I don't care if I ever meet anybody. I only want to meet the right one. So therefore, you're happy. I'm talking to somebody who's happy by themselves, but we also have the 4 here, which is stability. I'm getting like the 4 of Wands here. You want a happy home. Now, you're somebody who creates their own home happiness, but you also want somebody that can complement that, not to be taking over, not to siphon, not to control. You want a love that's equal. But I do see that because we had the Emperor and the Empress. So that's coming. And you will know who that person is, but you're okay to do it alone, I'm also hearing. It doesn't matter. You have the power to run it alone, but I am hearing this has to be set up first by you and only you, and then along somebody can come who can complement it. But they're not to be you. They're not to take over as you. You are done with the fakety-ass fake people that aren't here to complement your life. Thank you, Spirit. And don't ever turn your back on people that are real. And you'll know, like I said yesterday's reading, your body is a fine-tuned instrument who's going to know reality from fakety-fake. Fake, phony, and false is no longer going to be in your mantra of your nomenclature. Let's put it that way. Perfect. Foundation and achievements. Can I get one more for the future, please? One more for the future for my collective, where they're headed. You are strong, and you're going to be able to know who isn't right for you, and you're going to know deep right away. You're like a BS magnet detector. You're going to know. You're not going to attract that anymore is what I'm hearing, but it will try to enter your life, and you're going to be able to keep it away because you're going to know immediately that they're fake. Thank you, Spirit. Before you attracted these people because it was meant to be in your obstacles and challenges to get you to where you needed to go. It's like you're not coming on this earth to not have some kind of challenges and lessons. You are coming to this earth to try to learn so that when you come into your divine assignment, which is right now, you're able to do what you need to do without baloney stopping you. All right, more on this foundation and achievements for the future. Rest and rejuvenate. I got the Hermit too, by the way. I didn't say that in the pre-shuffle. I did get the Hermit, which is you have been resting, you have been rejuvenating. Look, you might be see this person is meditating. You have possibly got a new meditation ritual routine. Think routine is the word I was looking for. To where now you're another 4. Bingo. Thank you, Spirit. 2 4s, and it's another 8. 888, I'm also hearing. I love numerology. All right, you are in your home doing this. That's what I heard. Yes, you've done with, in the past, done with heartache and loss. That's at the bottom. You've turned your back on that. You're no longer worrying about people. You're no longer dealing with that. You've forgiven it. Your heart is light as a feather. Thank you, Spirit. I did see a feather yesterday, so that I saw that in my mind's eye. So you're in your home, you're in your foundation, you've got your space, you've got your peace, and you're doing something to where, keep doing it, Spirit is saying, you're communicating to Spirit, whether you're watching these videos, maybe you're your own reader, maybe you're doing some kind of ritual, maybe you have some kind of altar set up to where you're very thankful, thanking. Attitude of gratitude will get you more, and they're appreciative of that. You keep doing that. Your ancestors are so proud of you that you're able to connect now without the noise. Thank you, Confirmation Bird. You've been connecting without the noise. Let's get some clarifiers on the future energy, please. Yay! And I did look up that number 2929. It was right in line. Exactly. Welcoming the new, moving on from the past, and you're on the precipice of change, which is exactly, I couldn't believe it when I read it this morning. I'm like, oh my God, that's so great. I love Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get some more clarifiers on the future energy? This is stability. We got 4-4. We got Ace of Cups, I heard. You've got a new beginning of some sort. Whether if you're not looking for love, it's definitely a business. It's definitely your money. It's definitely your home. If you are looking for love, it's there. It's coming, and it's going to be the right one this time. Trust in your intuition. Trust that your first impression. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Look at what I said. Some offer is coming in that is going to be a knight. Now, a knight is just an embodiment of energy. This person is going to come at you the right way, is what I'm hearing. This person is very romantic. This person is a romantic person. This person is going to come into you and bring you your flowers finally. You're somebody that never got any, like I said before, that analogy that I gave you with 2 people getting the same degree and one got a hooray and a party and you got like, here's a job for you. That kind of energy. You're like, what the hell? I deserve some flowers too. I did the same thing. Same thing. So here, you're going to be somebody that's finally not only going to be recognized and rewarded, but you're finally going to be given the flowers that you've always wanted. Or at least the respect. Thank you, Spirit. The respect that you always wanted and deserved that nobody ever gave for the work and hard work you've done. It's almost like you worked in a vacuum and nobody would listen to anything you had to say. That was Spirit saying, yeah, bro, that was us. Because we had to keep you there for now, because you would have been squashed like a bug. Your emotional well-being wouldn't have handled the criticism that people were going to give you once you got into the right doors. And now you can. Now you have the spiritual strength, and you can understand that you can handle bad criticism because you know it's coming from a selfish, angry, envious place. Before, you would have took it more personally because you're an empath. I understand this. So I can take all kinds of negative shit. I don't want to. I'm not going to acknowledge it, but I can handle it now. Before, I would have cried and been, what? Yeah, you're about ready to get into a, yes, thank you, Spirits, doubling down on that. In the future, now, you're going to be in a partnership of some kind that is going to be a financial partnership. It'll be you'll be a part of a triad, I'm hearing, 3 people. Whether you're a vice president, CEO, or the third in command, something like that, you won't be, people are going to turn to you and go, what do you think? What do you think? And they're finally going to listen to what you have to say. Before, people would take do you ever have somebody that asks you for advice and then they never take it? This is going to change. This is going to be a point where, am I on the clock? 23:40, yeah. This is going to be a situation where people are not only going to ask you for your advice, but they're going to listen to you and they're going to take it, and then it's going to be successful and they're going to actually thank you for it. And guess what? They're going to recognize that it is you and your ideas. Hey, what a concept. Finally, you're going to get, hey, that was another 3. Like I said, you're a life path number 33. I am, which is a very rare life path number, by the way. You're a master shaman. You're an empath. You're somebody that knows, and you get it from the divine. And people wonder, like, are you psychic? Yeah, babe, I am psychic. How do I always know? I don't know. How come I always know? How come you don't know is what I want to say. But because you're special, and I hate to say that. I'm not trying to boast, but how many times I don't believe in coincidences. How many times am I going to say it and it comes to be true before you look at me and go, well, how the hell did you know that? Finally, I'm getting people that are talking to me and going, how did you know all that 5 years ago? Maybe that's something that you've been dealing with. Please share and subscribe, or at least give me a comment if that's you. I'm talking to somebody who's been warning people for years. about what the hell's going on, and nobody would listen. But now they're starting to see it. Almost to the point that it's out of fear. Yeah, the world is here. What you don't see is this is an end of a cycle that people are not going to not listen to you anymore. That's over, I'm hearing. Your throat chakra is opening, and you are not afraid to speak your truth. And Spirit is like, thank you, Spirit. You've always been somebody who's always spoke your truth, but I'm talking to somebody that you would get that tightness in your throat, like it'd be so hard to get out, like almost like someone's choking you not to say it. That is over. Your angels and spirit guides are taking those entities and angels and spirits are taking away anything that's going to restrict your throat chakra, because you have now understood that what you have to say is important, and that it is time for you to be heard, and you're a part of this new world that's coming into an enlightenment, and you're vibrating in a high space that, and again, when I said about you and your home and you're meditating, you're in a protective bubble here, and that's what I've been drawn to tell you, and you're happy about it. Nothing can penetrate you. Bless your house, cleanse your space, continue to take spiritual baths. This is what Spirit is advising you to do, because with their help and your help from the 3D, they're in the 5D and the spirit realms doing this for you. As above, so below, and what you are manifesting is coming down, and there's no more blockages. Thank you. We're going to get to that in a second. And that's the truth. The King of Swords is somebody who speaks the truth, who's up high up on their perch and looking down at everybody else. And this is your energy. You're not taking any bullshit anymore, is what I'm hearing. Amazing. You have all the elements around you. There's a bat, there's an owl, you've got knowledge, and you have the crows. If you don't know anything about crows, they're very smart and they don't forget. And they are beautiful little creatures that help us. If we were to understand them, you will see that they're the smartest bird on the planet, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there's no more balancing and juggling anymore. So so far, that's the outcome, and the recap of this is that in the past, you had a lot of blockages and challenges when it comes to finance, love, and everything that matters to you. You have found the power to do the deep work and the shadow work, and you are now the Emperor and the Empress. You embodied all of those traits, and you're about to meet your divine counterpart, whether that's in business or in love. And end of a cycle is here for all of that. And you're about to go on, and that's the truth. Your triumphant success that you have manifested in a partnership, whether it's love or business or both. I'm hearing both. You may not see the love right now, but the partnership is definitely here. The partnership in business has arrived, and you are in that energy. Somewhere you've met this person already, I'm hearing. You already know who they are. It's happened within the last week, day, or month, or year. You've been working with them kind of on the side already, and I'm hearing it's close to the vest. So whatever that is you're keeping it to yourself, which is great. Okay, so what I do want to know, we got the blockages and challenges. So let's see, what are we going to do? The blockages and challenges. Light seers, what is our blockages and challenges right now, currently? What are the current blockages and challenges? I'm hearing we're going to take care of them, so don't worry, but let's be on the lookout for what. What do we need to know about the block? Who's going to try? Thank you, Spirit. It's like, they can try, but they ain't going to succeed. But what are the blockages and challenges that you need to be aware of that people around you are going to try to do? I already got the envy. Somebody's envious and wants to be you. So let's figure out, what are the blockages and challenges, please? This is the Light Seers deck I'm using to clarify the blockages and challenges. This could have to do with your money. Yeah. 8 of Swords. Boom. It's being stuck. Whoever this person is going to try to keep you. Now, this is the best that you can get for blockages and challenges, because you have the power to release yourself from this, which you have done. People around you want to stay there. They want you to be put in a place where you think you can't get out. That's been the whole crux of your blockages and challenges your whole life. People wanted you to stay afraid so that you wouldn't recognize who you really are as a leader. Thank you, Spirit. They don't want you to recognize that you have all the gifts. It's like, imagine being a friend of Michael Jackson or Elvis or somebody big, that you saw that talent early on and you were like, man, I wish I had that talent. But you're out of that envy and jealousy and the 7 deadlies. You try to tell that person they don't have talent. But that person's like, what do you mean? I'm singing and dancing every day, even before they get known. But you know they're going to get known one day, and when they do, they're going to forget you all existed. They're going to forget that they even is what I mean. Imagine your best friend was Elvis, and you're afraid that once Elvis becomes famous, that Elvis won't be your friend anymore once you become that. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Whoever's around you, once you make it, they're going to be like, they're never going to talk to me again, or they're going to leave me behind. And it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I heard Spirit saying they have fear in their own selves, and they don't look into their own gifts. They're out. Your shine outshines their potential in their mind in some way. That's been the obstacle and challenges, and that is not the case. We all have gifts, and we just have to realize what those are. But you've always known where you wanted to go. I'm hearing 20 years again, which means you had some kind of idea a long time ago that is now becoming your divine destiny. And somebody has been thinking they've been successful all this time, keeping you from that, but now they have to step aside, I'm hearing. Step aside. What else with the blockages and challenges? Why the Eight of Swords, please? Why the Eight of Swords, please? Yeah, bingo, Page of Cups. This is my When Pigs Fly card. Again, because you got the little pig up here, and this guy's like, what the hell? Is that a pig up there flying? Right. This is it. When pigs fly. This is your, right. They don't, also, this person doesn't want you to find love. Yeah. Because deep down, you have it all, and anybody with a brain could see that you're gorgeous, that you are smart, you're intelligent. I'm talking to somebody who has all the packages, that you are the emperor and the empress. This person has seen it for a very long time, but would never admit it to you. They don't want to admit that to you. For some reason, it makes them feel like they're less than. And so with that, they'd rather make you feel bad because misery loves company, once again. And that's been the challenges, is that they tried to make you think that you could never be there, that you couldn't get there, that how could you have your own business? How could you have your own record company or your own, maybe you're a reader. You would never get the likes that you would need to make it a business. Those things, they're negative Nancy's that wanted you to stay in that mental mind frame. And once you got out of that, which you have, now you're about to get it all. And they knew it. And it's like, I knew that they would. And dang it. It's like, that's kind of the energy I'm getting. It's not terrible, but it ain't nice. All right. Let's pull the Kipperish, actually. All right. I was told, look at the bottom. Yeah, because you're the High Priestess. I was told, don't put it down. Look at the bottom of the deck. Now you see who you are, Spirit is saying. Now that you see who you are, the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, you're full of money. With your abundance comes money, and that could be a lot of things in abundance. But this person, whoever this person is that wanted you stuck, this person wanted to hide in the shadows of your success so they can claim it for themselves. Again, wanted to be you. You can't do what I do. So whoever this person was, they knew you had the abilities. They were just waiting for the day where they could try to steal it from you, hoping that you would never recognize it and try to manipulate you in a way where they could take it over for you. So, oh, I don't think you need that. I'll take that right from, oh, look at my wife. Yeah, no, I thought all that up. Or look at my husband. Yeah, that was my idea. That person. Try to siphon your energy as well as your ideas to try to be you and make the illusion out to anybody who would believe it that was really them and not you, is what I'm hearing. And how do you keep your enemies close? I hear, do you keep your enemies close so they can pretend to be you and cloak themselves? But Spirit said they allowed that for a short period of time, but that's no more. There's no more. There's only being authentic and real. And those people who tried to cloak, it's like they're trying to give life to something that doesn't exist anymore. And you're not the same person. And this person may want you back by some means because they think they can maybe right now come into the scene and be like, all right, well, if you can't beat them, join them. No, you're not joining them, and you're definitely not beating them. That's what I heard. All right, who is this person? I got the Kipperish deck out. I love the Kipperish. Thanks, Intuitive Kev, for this deck. I love it. All right, so who is this person around you? Yeah. It's over because they're in poverty now. They're in mental, spiritual, and financial poverty. They have seen it. That they are never, probably whoever this person is now recognizes they want to come back, but you're never going to say yes. They don't know. They're looking for a way in, and there's no way in. And now they're going to have to come back and grovel, I hear it, and ask for your help because there's going to be, the karma's coming back. Karma's coming, yeah. Here's the Tower at the bottom of the deck. They made it, yeah, third party. This is somebody who sold you under the bus for something, for financial gain in the past. We had the Tower underneath the deck. This is somebody that was at the bottom of the deck. The Tower, they aren't going to see this coming. If this hasn't happened already, this person's about to go into the poverty mindset and stay there, is what I've heard. They're going to stay there. This person's going to have to watch you from the outside. I wouldn't be surprised that the Five of Pentacles didn't show up. Being left out in the cold is what I heard, but this is a 37, which is a 10. So that's over. It's over for you. Your poverty is over for you, but for them, it's just beginning, is what I heard. And you kind of know this already because you've carried this person a long time. I've heard this could be a long-term relationship, a divorce that just happened, or a relationship that just happened, or a business that you just left, or something where you carried it and nobody gave you recognition for it. And now they're finding when you've left who was really behind the mastermind behind it. Thank you, Spirit. That was the message for this. This person's going to be left into poverty of every situation, money, whatever they wish for you is happening to them. secretly. And no one's going to blame you. They're only going to see that, oh, all this shit that this guy was talking or girl was talking, guess what? The collective was right all along. The collective wasn't crazy. The collective knew all along. And this person, now the tables have turned again. Oh, how the tables have turned. What else is this person going to be dealing with? What else is this negative Jezebel up to? What else? Here it is. Oh, they're going to try to do some kind of love spell or try to verbalize or say something to get you back. It's not going to work. Another 10, 73, 37. Oh my God. I just, when I said 37 a second ago, I almost said 73, but I caught myself. I said, no, it's not that, but it is. 73. Bingo. This person is trying like hell to get you back in some way, that they're trying to speak something into existence in the dream state. They're trying to get you. If you're dreaming about this person, then that's your clue I'm hearing. If you're dreaming about this person, it's not because you want this person back. It's because they're trying to get into your energy without your permission. That's a big no-no. No-no. Can't do that. It's up and it's like the reverse. It could be at one point you really wanted this person to love you and you did it. It's almost like they made you crazy. And all of a sudden, guess who's crazy? It ain't you now, it's them. We're doing a switcheroo. Thank you, Spirit. Switcheroo. Bottom of the deck. The veil. They're seeing through the veil now. Yeah, and here's your house. Bingo. They're seeing through the veil. This person is trying to get you back. Love potion number 9. That's on this card. So that song, if you haven't heard that song in a long time, I don't know who sings it because I'm not good with music like that. But I'm hearing it. They're trying to get you any way, shape, or form. They may be hiring somebody to try to do a love potion spell on you. The love spells are real. If you don't believe them, people do them all the time. Whether it's lighting a candle, speaking something, mantra speaking, come to me spells, whatever the hell they're trying, it ain't going to work. Because you're gone. You've already elevated out of that energy space. You don't even care what happens to this person, unfortunately. I mean, you care for them as a human, but you don't want them back. Yeah, you're traveling, you're moving. And you're about to meet a nice guy, and you're an earth angel. Bingo. You're an earth angel, and you know it, and they know it, and you're here to do divine work because you've got the Empress and the High Priestess energy. And you're going to meet some nice guy maybe upon your new travels. If you haven't met this person already, you're going to meet them. Nice guy, nice girl, don't matter. Nice person. You're a nice person, or you can take it that way. You're traveling around, and people are seeing that you are who you say you are, and you've always been who you say you are. It's fantastic. I just want one more, please. One more about what the collective should know about this energy around them that wants them back. Oh, okay, 2. Okay. There it is. I asked for 1 and I got 2. This person, not only are they doing love spells to get you back, but they're trying to send you death magic as far as not you death per se, but to you finding the real love. That's what I'm hearing. They are so desperate that you don't find somebody because you are embodying the Empress energy and the Emperor. They don't want you to find your divine counterpart. Bingo, 37, 38 on the clock, 59, no, 30, yeah, 38 minutes. So they don't, 11. They don't want you to find. They don't want you to find your divine counterpart. They don't want you to have stability. This person is desperate to stop you from moving toward your destiny, which is in love as well as business, but more in your love life. Whoever this person is, this has taken a drastic turn. Desperate, I'm hearing, desperate turn. They are doing whatever they can do. They're ruminating on their last conversations. They are trying to keep you from finding the real love of your life because they know that's not them. They've known it all along. This person you were with a long time, whether it's in business, what you love to do as a work relationship, whatever this is, take it as it resonates. I'm reading for almost 300 people, so or more. So again, whoever this person is that is the Jezebel spirit, I take as a relationship that you had, a romantic one, and it might have been a work romantic relationship as well. Somebody you work with is also your partner in work. They are so afraid now that you've left, you've taken the love and success with you because it goes with you. The luck and success goes with the earth angel, goes with my collective. And with that is going to be a divine counterpart that's coming in. And that is this person's most feared conclusion in their mind for you. And they'll never speak about it, but that's what it is. All right, everyone. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. And again, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.